Yo, what is up guys? The Flawless Win here today, and today I'm bringing you another Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Showdown Live. It's been a while since my last one. We've definitely had some changes to the tier. For example, I think Latios was just banned recently, which is pretty big news. I totally agree with that ban, by the way. Latios definitely restricts team building significantly. Like it forces you basically to run a bulky steel type, or else you just don't have a switch in. Like especially defensive Clefable is still getting rocked by a spec psychic, so it really forces you to run a bulky steel type like Jirachi here, for example. That's why I have it on this team. But yeah, still been enjoying the tier. Lots of cool mons that remain to be tried out. And speaking of cool mons to try out, today I am featuring the Pokemon known as Honchkrow, Head Honchkrow, as I like to call him. This thing is actually really good in this tier. Like, it's so underrated. It's pretty slow, which is probably like the biggest drawback, but it's so strong. You've got this base 125 attack stat, and it also has like decent special attack too as well. So you can see here I'm running a mixed set with double Dark Stab, Brave Bird Roost. So this thing is really just meant to be kind of a wall breaker for the team. The Dark Pulse specifically is for Skarmory, because otherwise, this thing doesn't get knockoff. I think like the strongest physical dark move it gets is Night Slash, which is pathetically weak. So I opted for Dark Pulse because it helps to get past some of its counters, namely Skarm. Other than Skarm, there's really not like great switch-ins to this Pokemon. I mean, like, I think especially defensive Heatran even takes like 30 to 40% from a Brave Bird. I'm not even fully invested here in attack, but Brave Bird still does so much damage to Heatran. Of course, you have to worry about the Flame Body if it's running that, so I prefer to go for Dark Pulse against Heatran. But yeah, Brave Bird still does a good chunk, and so does Sucker Punch. Yeah, this thing is just so strong. It's really, really good in kind of the bulky offense / stall matchups, because it usually outspeeds almost every Pokemon on those kinds of teams. And obviously, like, if you knock out one Pokemon, you get the Moxie boost, which makes this thing even that much scarier. And it's like, I notice a lot of those stall teams like to run like the Tangrowth and Slowbro Regenerator Core. So with Brave Bird plus Dark Pulse, you kind of tear that apart pretty easily. Even like Gliscor, if Gliscor is slower than this thing, you're outspeeding and 2-hit KOing that thing. Life Orb Brave Bird is just so hard to switch into if you don't have a resistance. So yeah, this thing is hugely underrated, really, really strong. It's so good at picking apart stall teams. In fact, it's kind of like my go-to for breaking down stall. So yeah, I really love using this thing. Like I said, really underrated. Moving on to the rest of the team, we just got Rotom here, standard bulky Rotom. I actually have some nasty plot on this one. Normally I'd run like Pain Split in this slot, but Rotom doesn't get Pain Split in this gen, at least not yet, so I put Nasty Plot there. It's actually really nice for beating things like Gliscor and Heatran. Like, if Gliscor is really bulky on the special side, a lot of times it'll just spam Roost to try to stall you out of Hydro Pumps. But with Nasty Plot, you can pretty easily get past that. And with Heatran, like, a lot of times I like to go for Magma Storm on you and then Protect. And you can catch them off guard by Nasty Plotting on their Protect. I've done that countless times, and it puts you in such a good position. So yeah, I'd say Rotom is really important for breaking down Heatran and Gliscor, because those can pose some problems to this team. Then we have Roserade. Roserade is just such a reliable mon. Like, Rotom Wash is on so many teams, and this is such a good switch into it. It gives you a lot of initiative if they don't go for Volt Switch, because you can go for Spikes or Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder is always nice for catching like Heatran or Scizor on the switch. Pokemon that I was going to say normally wall this, but they always wall this. Pokemon that wall this are nice to put to sleep. For example, like, people oftentimes bring in their Scizor, which has Defog, to try to get rid of Spikes, but if you can put that to sleep on the switch-in, and they don't get like a first turn wake, then you can keep your Spikes up. So definitely a really, really good hazard setter, and just a solid Pokemon overall. It's actually really strong too. You can see I'm running max special attack here. This is really just to pressure Gliscor as much as possible, especially like the more physically defensive ones, because they like to come in on Roserade and Defog sometimes. So yeah, Roserade is our Rotom switch-in and our Spike Setter. Then we have Jirachi here. I have a pretty interesting EV spread here, so the reason behind all this speed investment is purely for Lucario. Lucario is, and fighting types in general, are such a huge threat to this team. As you can see, my only fighting resist is Roserade, and Roserade has some pretty pathetic physical defense, so I needed like a fast Psychic type to help deal with those fighting types. So I'm running enough speed here to outspeed Jolly Lucario. Otherwise, it just kind of tears through my team after a Swords Dance. And then 56 special attack. I believe this is for KOing Nidoking after Stealth Rock, because a lot of people will not expect you to outspeed them. Well, one, they don't expect you to have Psychic, and two, they don't expect you to outspeed them with Jirachi. So I've caught so many Nidokings off guard with this thing. And then obviously I have max HP here because I have Wish on this Jirachi. And then the rest of the EVs are just put into special defense. I only have like 24 left over, but you know, it's better than nothing. And this is my main Latios switch-in. But Latios is getting banned, so maybe I could look into some other steel types to fill this slot. But I do like the Wish support for Jirachi, just keeping like Rotom and Donphan, my walls, healthy. And then we have Choice Scarf and Fernape. This thing is just so good at what it does. One of the best Scarfers in the tier, in my opinion. It outspeeds pretty much every setup. Like any Dragon Dancer, you'll outspeed at +1 for the most part. So it's nice as just kind of like a insurance policy. Also, things like Alakazam, Azelf, really fast Psychic types. We can outspeed them and get off some good damage with U-turn. Just a solid Scarfer and good for speed control in general. And you'll see I'm running double Fire Stab. This is really nice because like I feel like with Flare Blitz, if you're checking Scizor, for example, like you just kill yourself with Flare Blitz recoil so often. And if you're not killing yourself, you're like putting yourself in range of a +2 Bullet Punch. Like for example, say your opponent has a Scizor, they're at +2, and then you think they're going to stay in, so you go for a Flare Blitz, and then they switch into something like Garchomp. So you take the Flare Blitz recoil plus the Rough Skin, and then the next time you're up against a Scizor, you might be 2KO'd by Bullet Punch just from that damage you've taken. Because this thing isn't the bulkiest Scarfer out there, so it's really nice to just have a secondary Fire Stab, like Flamethrower in that situation. It just makes it way less risky to click your Fire Stab. So, yeah, and Fernape is an amazing Scarfer. And yeah, so moving on to our last member here, it's just Donphan, good old reliable spinner here. It's also really nice for checking dragons, like Garchomp and Dragonite. They can be pretty threatening to this team. So it's important to keep Donphan healthy if you're facing off against those. I also have like a lot of speed on Rotom, you might have noticed. I have 208 speed here. This is for outspeeding like Adamant Dragonite. That way, because like a Choice Band Dragonite Outrage just obliterates my team. Like I can switch into Jirachi, but like I can't really do much back, especially if the multi-scale isn't broken. So just being able to outspeed that thing and Will-O-Wisp it before it goes for a Banded Outrage is so useful. And I've definitely caught some Dragonites off guard with that. So that's the reason behind all this speed here. But yeah, that is the team. Let's go ahead and get some battles. I'm playing pretty late at night here, so I might have to skip until we find somebody. All right, here we are. Opponent has a very interesting team here. Definitely a lot of Pokemon you don't see very often, but threats nonetheless. Oh, this guy's saying hi to me. I don't recognize him immediately. I play a lot of Showdown, so. And I like to be vocal in the chat, so a lot of times people will say hi to me and I don't fully remember them. But looking at this guy's team, I mean, man, Rotom looks amazing. Rotom just kind of 6-0s him. I can Will-O-Wisp everything here, except this is probably, this Hariyama is probably, what's it called, Flame Orb. So I'll have to play around. That's actually pretty threatening. It's probably his biggest threat, that Hariyama, because like I said, fighting types in general are really dangerous to this team. But yeah, Rotom is looking amazing. I think it outspeeds everything except for Gyarados, maybe. I'm thinking he's probably just going to lead with Hariyama. I would like to lead with Jirachi just to get my rocks up for that Dragonite and Gyarados. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, he does lead with it. So he'll probably Fake Out here just to get his Flame Orb activated. But my goal is to just get up Stealth Rocks and then keep enough pressure up so that Donphan can't spin. I know a knockoff is going to hurt here, but I don't think I'll die to it. I shouldn't die to it. Oh, he switches out, actually. So that's like best case scenario for you. I thought he would just stay in and knock off. So he goes into Dusknoir. Not really sure what to expect from this thing, honestly. I think it gets Will-O-Wisp, so I'm a little nervous about bringing in Honchkrow. I think it also gets like Ice Punch and things like that, so Honchkrow might not be the best switch in. I think I'm just going to bring in Rotom and try to Will-O-Wisp it. I'm not really sure what to expect from this thing, like I said. So let's see what he's got. Yeah, he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so glad I didn't bring in Honchkrow, and I'm lucky enough to dodge that there. Now, I think I can just kind of Hydro Pump this thing. He might be fearing the Will-O-Wisp. I'm thinking he's going to fear the Will-O-Wisp and switch into Hariyama. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he goes for a Pain Split. Nice. I was thinking he would fear the Will-O-Wisp and go to Hariyama. But I think I'm going to go for it now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he goes for his own Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. This thing is pretty neuter now, so... yeah, I mean, I think I could just Nasty Plot in this situation. Like I said, Rotom is such a huge threat to this guy's team. He doesn't really switch into it at all, especially with the Nasty Plot up. I think what he might be trying to do is just weaken me for Gyarados. So let's see, my first Hydro Pump did 44, so this one should knock it out. Yeah, he goes for Shadow Sneak. And yeah, I don't think that crit mattered. So get rid of Dusknoir, that's nice. And we're in a really good position here. So he goes into Dragonite. I know I outspeed this if he's Adamant. He could be Jolly though, like with Outrage. And I really don't want to lose my Rotom. At the same time, I have the boost up. Getting it like a +2 Volt Switch off would be really nice. I feel like even the Dragon Dancers are usually Adamant just to get as much power behind Extreme Speed as possible. So I'm really thinking I outspeed here. Yeah, I outspeed, which is great. Let's see. So he'll probably... I mean, he'll probably just Outrage immediately, right? I'm thinking of either going to Jirachi or Donphan. If he goes for a Dragon Dance, that could be bad. Because he could then like Earthquake my Jirachi. Even then, I think I could just switch into Donphan anyway, so I'm going to go into Jirachi. Oh, he goes for Draco Meteor. Oh, did not expect that. So I'm really glad I switched into Jirachi there. Cool, so now I just get a free Psychic. He doesn't really switch into it. So Dragonite is gone, which is amazing. That thing was a huge threat to my team, always is. Donphan's in. I just click Psychic here, because I know he's going to spin. Yeah. Rotom is so useful to me, so I don't want to switch into that on a potential knockoff, so I think I would like Stealth Rocks up for the Gyarados. I don't know if he outspeeds me at +2. I'm thinking about getting up Stealth Rocks again, but if he spins again, then he might be faster than me. So I think Psychic is just my... I don't know. I'm just going to Psychic. I would like this thing to be damaged. Oh, he goes for his own Stealth Rocks. Okay. So I'm going to get up Rocks here if I can. He might spin here, which would be a great play. Oh, he actually goes into Aggron. Not really sure why. I mean, I know that Aggron switches into me, but now I just get Stealth Rocks up for free. Or I keep my Rocks up for free. Like, there's no way Donphan's going to be able to spin on anything. So I assume this thing's going to go for an Earthquake. I would like to keep Jirachi around just for Hariyama. So I'm just going to U-turn out. I don't think he's sturdy, but if he is, I break his sturdy. And I think Donphan should be able to take an Earthquake. Oh, he just goes for Head Smash. Oh my god. And that thing is definitely banded. That did half. So I'm hoping I survive this one. Yes. Okay, so it got a high roll. Nice. Yeah, so I'm able to live that. Knock out the Aggron, so we're looking really good here. He brings in the Gyarados, which is kind of like the biggest remaining threat to my team. Do I go into Rotom hard, or do I... He could be like substitute. I've seen that. Like, there are some Gyarados that are substitute, and can kind of like bypass Rotom's Volt Switch with that. So I think I would just like to go for a knockoff here. Yeah, he is substitute. Oh god. Oh man, I'm glad I stayed in. Yeah, so this thing is definitely scary. Just gonna stay in and knock off. I can't let him get behind a substitute. Oh yeah, and that does a ton of damage. Nice. So we're gonna be able to just kill this with a Nice Shard here. Perfect, perfect. That went about as good as it could have gone. And yeah, he forfeits. Man, so yeah, that guy definitely had some threats. Like Dragonite and Gyarados are both pretty threatening, but that's why I wanted Stealth Rocks up so bad, is just to kind of keep those guys in check. And nice, we already have another one. This guy's team is looking much more offensive. Yeah, it's definitely scary. Both Lucario and Dragonite are pretty terrifying. They're going to put a lot of oh, he's 1736. Oh man, this guy's pretty high on the ladder. Okay, so there's a lot of points on the line here. I think I'm like in the mid 1600s. Yeah, 1630. So I could definitely get a lot of points out of this. I think I just lead Infernape and go for the U-turn. I thought he would lead with Azelf. Wait, he leads with Garchomp. So I'm just going to U-turn right into Donphan, because I want to spin away any rocks he gets up. Yeah. He could be Yachi Berry. I don't think he'll switch like right into Mismagius, so I'm just going to go for an Earthquake. Because if he's Yachi, then I'm pretty sure Earthquake would do more. So now I'll just Ice Shard. Even if he goes into Mismagius, it's... Yeah, he is Yachi. Nice, so Earthquake was definitely the right play there. So we're able to get rid of Garchomp, which is huge. Garchomp's definitely a big threat. He goes into Azelf. I'm pretty sure he has to go for like a Psychic or a Energy Ball to KO me here, so I'm going to switch out. Maybe be able to spin later. Yeah, so he goes for the Psychic. Now, this could have Flamethrower. I think I just U-turn. Yeah, he does have Flamethrower, because I want to get damage on this. And I also want to... I get a crit there, which is really fortunate. I also want to maybe keep Jirachi around for the Lucario. I've taken a lot of damage here, so plus 2 E-Speed might knock me out, which is definitely pretty threatening. So I go into Infernape and I just click U-turn again here. Knock out the Azelf. So let's see, what matches up best against his remaining Pokemon? Lucario is definitely the biggest threat. So I just can't let that set up. And it only really sets up against Roserade, so I kind of just have to keep my Roserade out for now. I think Rotom kind of matches up best against everything he has. He goes into Mismagius. Let's see. I know this gets Energy Ball. But I'm pretty sure I can take one. Unless he's like Specs. Yeah, it only does 53. So I just Volt Switch out. And I think I just bring in Honchkrow here. I don't know if he... I know he gets Thunderbolt. I'm not sure if he has that. But I think I just click Brave Bird and kill something. Oh, I think he's locked into that. He's probably Scarf, because that did nothing to my Rotom. So yeah, I've got the Moxie boost here, looking pretty threatening. Lucario comes in. I would love to Sucker Punch and get damage on this, but if he Sword Stances, I just lose. So I'm just gonna go for a Brave Bird. Oh yeah, it didn't even matter because Extreme Speed has higher priority. So Belly Drum Azu is definitely looking pretty threatening too. I need to keep my Roserade pretty healthy. I think even like after rocks, he might KO me with +2 Aqua Jet. Man, honestly, like SD Scizor is looking bad too. So let me see. I think Donphan is my play here if I live a close combat. I'm gonna calc that. This is where some defense investment would come in handy. Let's see. So if he's Adamant, Life Orb, how much does close combat do? 55 to 65.3. So I'll come in at like 60. So there's a chance I live that even if he's Adamant. It's like basically a 50-50 roll. I think Donphan is the best thing to bring in here to kind of like prevent these two from setting up. So I'm gonna risk it. I really hope I live this. Let's hope and pray here. Oh, he goes for Sword Stance. Interesting. I'm not sure why he did that. Might as well get the damage off, right? So he goes into Azumarill. Gets off the Waterfall. That's good. I just didn't want him to Belly Drum there. That would have been bad. Goes for the waterfall. I don't want to go into Roserade and let Scizor set up. So, let's see. Man, this is kind of threatening. I might have to rely on hitting a Sleep Powder against Scizor. It honestly might come down to that. I think I always go Rotom here, and I Will-O-Wisp first. Just to try to keep my Roserade healthy. So yeah, he's Belly Drum. Wow, that still killed me, even after he's burned. Okay. So this is neutered now. I don't have to worry about this. I think I go into Roserade. Yeah, so... I go into Roserade. He's probably going to sack this now that it's burned. I'm basically going to have to hit the Sleep Powder against Scizor. Oh, he switches right into it. Okay. So now I have to hit the Sleep Powder or else I lose. Okay, so I hit the Sleep Powder. He can still win if he gets a first turn Wake. So he doesn't. Okay, nice. Now, would he go into the Azumarill? I think that's what I would do here. So I'm going to U-turn. Yeah. So I need to get into a situation where I can sweep with Infernape. I think I live an Aqua Jet. I definitely do live an Aqua Jet at 50, but I need to weaken this thing. Man, I'm hoping Jirachi can... So yeah, let's go into Jirachi here, because I don't want to go into Roserade and let Scizor set up. So I'm just going to go Jirachi and just Psychic this. Oh, I hit the crit. That is really fortunate. That actually might win me the game. He goes for the Waterfall, which doesn't kill me, which is great because I get another turn of burn damage here. So I'm going to actually I'm going to stall him out a bit and get some more burn damage just by going into Roserade. Yeah, that crit was like hugely beneficial. I still might not be able to win this. Yeah, I think I lose this because Scizor here is probably going to wake up, and like an Aqua Jet into a Quick Attack I think will kill Infernape. So, I mean, I think either way, I'm going to have to rely on 3 turns of sleep from Scizor. That's my only way of winning this, so I'm just going to Sludge Bomb. And then, so if he wakes up here and Swords Dances, he wins. And if he doesn't, then I kill it with Flamethrower. Let's see. Oh, he stays asleep. Wow, I got pretty damn lucky there. He should have won that. He definitely should have won that. Yeah, so he goes for Quick Attack. It doesn't kill me. And I'm able to kill him with Flamethrower. That was a great game. Wow. I definitely got really fortunate with those Sleep Powders, or those Sleep Powder turns, and hitting the Sleep Powder in general, because you know it's pretty inaccurate. I think it's only 75%. So yeah, got pretty lucky there, but we're able to pull through, and I got a ton of points. Wow, 26. It's not often that you see that this high on the ladder, so definitely thanking the luck there. But yeah, I guess I will skip until we find another game. Alright, and we're back. Honchkrow hasn't really been doing that much work in these games. It's especially like against offensive teams. Honchkrow, I think, isn't as strong. It really shines against those stall matchups, so hopefully we'll be able to get one of those. But this guy's also running kind of a more offensive team. That Rampardos is looking pretty terrifying. If the Aggron head smash almost 2-hit KO Donphan, I'm certain that a head smash from Rampardos will 2-hit KO me, so gotta be careful from that. Rotom is looking amazing here, though. Like, other than Latios, like, it matches up well against everything. He leads Breloom. Now, I don't think... Yeah, he has max speed 262... Man, I can't speak. 262. So if he's Jolly, he outspeeds me, so I'm just gonna switch into Roserade. Yeah, I go straight for the Bullet Seed, which only gets 2 hits, which is great. I'm gonna get some spikes up here, which should help me tremendously. Now, I don't know if this is more of an offensive Scizor or just a defog one. Given the nature of his team, I think it's going to be pretty offensive, so I'm just going to switch right into Infernape here. Goes for U-turn, doesn't do too much. That might be more defensive, actually. But yeah, Infernape is great because it doesn't let in Rampardos and or like Breloom or anything like that. And if he brings in Latios, I can maybe U-turn on it. He could be Scarf, though. That's one thing I'm fearing. In fact, it looks like he might be Scarf because he doesn't really have any speed control. Or, like, Nothing else on his team could be Scarf. So I'm going to switch into Jirachi just to scout for that. He switches into Rampardos, which is a good play. But honestly, I'm not that threatened by this. I think I get 2 KO with Psychic, so I'm just going to go for that. I don't think I die to... Actually, I might die. I might die to a Banded Earthquake. I'm hoping I live. Let's see. Yeah, I just straight up die. Wow. So that has to be Banded. There's no way that's not Banded. But what this does let me do is bring in Honchkrow for free, and he does not have a... Well, he does have a Fly and Resist, but this is definitely dying to Brave Bird. And Glitchxcore's getting 2 KO'd. So he does not really have a switch into this Brave Bird. I'm hoping he just gives me this and gives me the Moxie boost, which he does, which is great. So now I have the Moxie boost, looking really threatening here. Even if he brings in Breloom, like unless this is Jolly, he doesn't outspeed me. So I'm just gonna hope he's not. Oh, he is Jolly. Okay. So he's Jolly. He might even be Scarf, honestly. I'm gonna go into Infernape. And just U-turn. I don't think he'll stay in. And I think he's Scarf, if I had to guess. Just based on the way he's playing this. Because usually, like, if they're a Rock Tomb, they're usually like Life Orb or Choice Band or something like that. So yeah, he brings in Gliscor, which is fine. I kind of just lose to Latios now, which is bad. Shoot, I should have factored that in when staying in on that Rampardos. I'm gonna Volt Switch, yeah, because he's definitely gonna bring it in. And now, man, this is tough. I go into Donphan. He can just bring in Gliscor, but like I need to make this trade. Like this is my only way of beating Latios. Goes to Gliscor. I'm just gonna Ice Shard. He knocks off. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad. I'm gonna have to get like every play right against Latios. Would he stay in here? I don't think so. Yeah, he brings it back in. Shoot. The way he's playing this, I'm definitely thinking this is Scarfed. So what I'm gonna do is just U-turn with Infernape. Yeah, that's really nice damage because it puts in Ice Shard range of Donphan, which is huge. And it might not even be able to switch into a Hydro Pump, actually. Oh, he goes for a Surf? Interesting. He had like a free Draco there. I don't know why he went for Surf. But I'm just gonna Sleep Powder. Yeah, he's locked into that. That's weird. So I Sleep Powder this, which is great. I thought he would switch into Scizor there for sure. I feel like he'll do it now. Yeah, so he goes to Scizor. Infernape is also looking amazing here. Like just a Scarf. If I can weaken Gliscor, a Scarf Flamethrower might be able to sweep him. That was definitely a misplay on his part going for a Surf, because Draco was like so free. I'm just gonna U-turn, yeah, because Gliscor is obvious. And now Rotom is also looking amazing with Latios asleep. And at 22%, I just go for a Hydro here. I could I could be really brazy and try to predict the Breloom and go for like a Will-O-Wisp, but that's just an insane play. Even if Breloom switches in, like Hydro Pump damage would be great. And I always have Roserade to switch into that. So he gives me Gliscor, which is fantastic. Infernape is looking amazing here. So Breloom comes in. Definitely want to keep Rotom around for the Cloyster. So, and I think he might... Would he go for a Bullet Seed here? I'm just thinking... Yeah, I mean, Roserade's actually looking pretty useless here. Especially if he's like Scarf Force Palm. Yeah, which it's looking like he is. So this thing is definitely Scarf. So yeah, Roserade like is outsped by that, so I don't even need it at all. I'm just gonna Flamethrower here. This is great because it keeps out, or it doesn't keep out Cloyster, but Flamethrower is going to do a lot of damage to it if he tries to set up. Hopefully to the point, hopefully it just OHKOs. Oh, he switches right into Cloyster. That was not the play, man. Oh yeah, it does OHKO it, man. That is crazy. Cloyster has such pathetic defense. Would this be Sleep Talk? I don't know. I don't think so. Please don't be Sleep Talk. Okay, he's not. Thank God. Yeah, so I just win with Scar Flamethrower here now. Man, I can't believe we won this. I honestly am in disbelief. Because, like, when he had Latios in, he should have just Draco'd. Like, there was no reason not to Draco there. I don't know why he went for Surf. The only thing I can think of is, like, he didn't have Draco, which doesn't make any sense at all on Latios. That is, that should be run on every single Latios in existence. So yeah, able to win that one. Man, I can't believe that Jirachi died to that Banded Earthquake. I did not expect to die there. I was thinking maybe I could, like, somehow, like, just get some leftovers back. Or at least have another sack for Latios. But yeah, I just straight up died. That thing is a beast. Alright, so I think maybe we'll get one more, and I'll go ahead and skip once we find another one. Alright, so we got a rematch against Ty here. So I know his team now, which definitely gives me an advantage, and he knows mine. But knowing the Garchomp set is always pretty key. So I'm going to lead off with Donphan this time, because he leads off with his elf. Interesting. Let's see. This thing is pretty threatening. I would like to keep Jirachi around for Lucario. That thing was pretty terrifying last game, so I think I just take this trade here. Yeah, he's going to do a lot of damage with Psychic, but I would like to get rid of this thing. So get rid of Azelf, which is great. He brings in a Azumarill. I just go hard Rose Raid on this always. Yeah, he can go for a Waterfall. I think I just Sleep Powder here. That gets me the most out of this turn. Yeah, he goes Garchomp. If I can sleep this, it'd be great. Unfortunately, I miss. I guess I just go Donphan. So I definitely died to Earthquake. Man, if I hit that Sleep Powder, it would have been great. Well, I know he's Yachi Berry. So I could also, like, Will-O-Wisp him with Rotom. But I would like to... I do need to keep Rotom healthy for this Belly Drum Azumarill. I called it Azumarill. I think I just go hard Donphan here. He gets up his rocks, that's fine. I think if I spin here, I die to Rough Skin, so I'm just going to Earthquake. I just need to get damage on this Garchomp, honestly. Yeah, he goes for an Earthquake. It looks like he'll be able to keep up rocks, which is okay, honestly. I just need to get damage on this. Okay, so Garchomp's pretty low. Let's see, what's my best course of action here? I'm just going to go Infernape and just U-turn. Scizor already, like, OHKOs me with Quick Attack after Stealth Rock, so that Rough Skin chip doesn't matter. So let's see. I think Rotom's the best because it keeps these three in check. I want to bait in the Mismagius, and I want him to go for, like, another Energy Ball, yeah. And then that will allow me to bring in my Honchkrow. So I know this is Scarfed. If he goes for Energy Ball... Oh, he goes for Shadow Ball, okay. Still doesn't 2-hit KO me, so... I honestly get a kill here with Brave Bird. I could have Sucker Punched, but I didn't want to play the mind games, yeah. So we get rid of Mismagius, which is great. And now Rotom is looking amazing, because I outspeed and Will-O-Wisp both of these. What would he go into is the question. I want to go Rotom, but if he goes into Lucario, that could be bad. I'm going to go Jirachi. Yeah, he goes into Lucario. I made the right call. And I just Psychic this. Yeah, he goes for Sword Stance. Yeah, he definitely did not expect me to be faster. That's why I love this Jirachi set. So he goes for Extreme Speed, gets a crit, doesn't matter. But now, oh, I thought he'd bring in the Scizor for sure on me there. I'm just going to go for Psychic, because Psychic into Volt Switch should kill this, and then I can just Volt Switch into Infernape. I should be good. So yeah, just going to Psychic this. I definitely disagree with that play. He should have gone into... Scizor and Sword Stanced. But he's able to knock me out here. I definitely go into Rotom and just Volt Switch. because he goes for Aqua Jet. I don't think this will kill him. Oh, it does. Wow. Okay, so yeah, and that's just going to give me the win with Infernape. Even if he crits me here, I don't think it knocks me out. Actually, that definitely would knock me out. Man, 50%? That's insane. Wow. But yeah, we're able to get our second win against that guy, so we're climbing up the ladder. I still haven't, like, Honchkrow still hasn't really shown its worth as a stall breaker, so I'm gonna get one more. I'm hoping that we can get kind of a bulkier team that Honchkrow can rip apart. It's been doing pretty well though. Like, it was definitely really useful in this game to switch into Mismagius. And you saw there, like, once I had it in, there's just nothing switching into a Brave Bird. If you don't have a flying resist, this thing just destroys everything. But yeah, like I said, Honchkrow really shines in those bulky offense/stall matchups, so hopefully for this last game we can get one of those. Alright, so here's our last game. He's got 2 Psychic types, so Honchkrow definitely has potential here. It'll also be that Sucker Punch will be nice for Gyarados as well. He's got the Garchomp, which is always a threat. I'm going to lead with Roserade. Oh, he leads with Heatran, that's not good. I thought he would lead with Rotom, because it's probably a Scarfer. I switch hard into Rotom here. I could try to Sleep Powder, but I'm not going to risk missing that. He goes for Lava Plume, interesting. Most of these usually have, Magma Storm. I'm just going to Volt Switch here. Yeah, because I figured Latias is coming in. The fact that he doesn't have Magma Storm is actually great. Just Magma Storm is always so annoying to play around. So I'm going to Stealth Rock here. He's Lefty's Latias, which makes me think he's more of a bulky variant. Which is great news for Honchkrow. So he brings a Garchomp. I always go hard Donphan on this. This thing is definitely a problem. I wonder if he's if he has Stealth Rock on this or the Heatran. Probably Heatran, I would think. He goes for Dragon Claw, does a decent amount. I'm thinking he's Scarf, maybe. I'm going to knock off here, because I'm expecting Slowbro to come in. It would also be nice to knock off whatever item this guy has. So yeah, Slowbro comes in. I'm going to go for the knockoff. Does a decent chunk. And I think this is actually a pretty good opportunity. I have a lot of plays I can make here. I could go Rotom, and I could go Roserade. Let's see. I feel like he's going to Future Sight, which is why I want to go Honchkrow. Actually, let's go Rotom, and that way if he Future Sights... Oh, he just goes for a Scald, okay. I was going to say, and he gets a burn, which is unfortunate, but not much we can do about that. Let's see. I wonder if would he be crazy enough to bring in Garchomp here? I kind of want a Will-O-Wisp in case he does that. I'm going to try it. He brings in Latias. Even so, like, it's good to Will-O-Wisp this too, just to kind of cancel his leftovers. So I'm not sure what he's going to go for. I'm just going to go into Jirachi. Okay, so he's Defog on this. Good news is I can always just Stealth Rock again. So he goes into Garchomp. I feel like Dragon Claw is probably his best play. I can't bring in Rotom. I can't risk Rotom being weakened because of Gyarados, so I'm just going to go into Donphan again. Goes for another Dragon Claw. That's okay. I should be able to live another one. And I'll just Earthquake here, just to keep some... I guess I should start doubling on these Slowbro switch-ins. Let's see. So yeah, I always go Rotom on this. He just slacks off. I guess I just Volt Switch. Yeah, he seems pretty intent on bringing in the Latias on this. So I'm going to Volt Switch, and now I'm going to bring in the Beast, the man himself. And I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse. Oh, he goes into Slowbro, yes! This might die. Oh, it came really close to dying. Wow. I'm going to go for another one. He goes into Rotom. I don't know why he's not bringing in Heatran. I feel like that's his best switch in. So, I mean, I definitely kill this with a Sucker Punch. And he should know that I have Sucker Punch, so I don't think he would go for a Volt Switch. He'll probably go for, like, a Trick or Will-O-Wisp. He does go for the Volt Switch. Oh, wow, and that's Specs. Okay. That's specs for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I felt like the Sucker Punch was so obvious there. I'm not sure why he didn't go for it. So he brings in his Guard Chomp again. I am pretty certain this thing is Scarf. I always just switch into Donphan on this. I guess for Dragon Claw. I could Ice Shard for damage. And he can't really bring in Slowbro, so I'm just going to do that. Yeah, that's some really crucial damage on Guard Chomp. He's definitely in Sucker Punch and close combat range now. So I know he's locked into that. What do I go into? I could go Infernape. Because his Slowbro is really weak right now. So I'm just going to U-turn. Because if he brings in... yeah, if he stays in, that's fine. I'll just go into Jirachi. I'll just U-turn again. I was hoping that he would bring in Slowbro, and I'd be able to knock it out with a U-turn. Or Latias. So he brings it in now. I can just bring back in Honchkrow, honestly. Yeah, I might do that. Garchomp is definitely looking like a big threat here. So I would prefer to have Honchkrow in just so I can scare it off with the Sucker Punch. But yeah, he gives me Slowbro, which is fantastic. That's gonna open up Infernape a lot. He brings in Garchomp. Dude, I have Sucker Punch. I don't know what his plan is here. Yeah, like maybe he thinks I don't have it because I didn't go for it on Rotom. But now this thing is looking pretty terrifying. +2 attack. He brings in Heatran. Shoot, should I... I kind of do want to keep this around for Latias. And I always have the free Rotom switch in, so I'm just going to switch this out. I don't think Sucker Punch kills him from that range. Oh, he's not leftovers. Interesting. I'm just gonna Hydro Pump because he might expect me to stay in. Yep, he does, but I miss. Oh my god, and he has Solar Beam too. That's so bad. Oh man, hitting that Hydro Pump would have been huge. Because then Honchkrow just sweeps, pretty much. That's horrible. That's really bad. So I'm gonna go into Infernape and just close combat. I think it might 2 a KO Latias from there. Yeah, so I'm able to kill Heatran, which is great. Still might be able to pull off a Honchkrow sweep here. I know he's going to bring in Gyarados. I'm just hoping that it's not Intimidate, because I need to be able to get off enough damage for him to be in Sucker Punch range. So I'm just gonna close combat again, because this thing definitely can sweep my team. So definitely pretty scary. So he Dragon Dances. He's leftovers. So, yeah, I'm going to close combat again. There might be some mind games here. He Dragon Dances again. That's okay. I'm kind of... Oh, I'm still faster? Why am I still faster? Why is my Infernape faster at +2, man? Oh, man. So, yeah, he forfeits. So what was going to happen there is, like, if his Gyarados wasn't, like, ridiculously slow for some reason, he should have knocked me out there. And then I was going to go into Honchkrow. Now, because he's leftovers, I'm thinking that he's Substitute or something like that. So I wasn't gonna Sucker Punch. I was gonna Dark Pulse on the first one, and then I would Sucker Punch on the subsequent one, just because he would be below like Substitute range. But yeah, there definitely would have been some mind games there with Honchkrow in the end. But if I was able to win those mind games, then Honchkrow just it kills both of these with Sucker Punch. So yeah, definitely some good games. I think we won all of them, which is great. We definitely shouldn't have won that one where my Jirachi died and he had a full health Latios. I have no idea how I won that one. That guy went for Surf instead of Draco when I didn't have a Steel type. So I don't know. Maybe he just didn't have Draco. But yeah, almost at 1700 here, which is great. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I was hoping we would get a stall matchup where Honchkrow could do a little more work, but I feel like it was still able to get a decent amount of kills in this game, especially in this game, I meant like in the previous games. I feel like I was able to get a couple kills, like 1 or 2 kills in each game at least, and it definitely proved useful in this game because like without that Sucker Punch insurance, that that Gyarados could have swept me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I also hope you're here to see the next one. Thanks.